That's because of something called neuroplasticity. Now, what that means is, hey, how you all doing? One of the great things about the human mind is its inability to accurately recollect events of the past. And every time you think about the past, if you think about it, depending on how long's gone by and how much change has applied to you, you rewrite the stories of the past. Your recollection of it is not clear. That's because of something called neuroplasticity. Now, what that means is that your brain is constantly evolving, it's constantly changing. And how does it do that? Well, as you develop or make changes, form new habits, you're actually rewiring neurons and rewiring new circuits and changing things. And as you get older, you'll mature and you kind of change your beliefs about things. And it's also the basis of therapy, really, just by talking about something or exploring it deeper and unearthing things that you don't want to talk about, you actually rewrite it. You can rewrite stories. This is what a lot of modern therapy, you think about EMDR and all these kind of modern therapies, alternative therapies, or even more mainstream therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy or talking therapies. The more you talk about it, the more and over time you rewrite the stories. And because of that neuroplasticity, your brain's not fixed, it's always moving, and you can have a different opinion as time goes on. There's all sorts of theories as well in terms of, as time goes on, you forget the worst things about a situation, remember the good times or whatever, or vice versa if it's a trauma. But just by talking about it allows you to explore it and change your viewpoint. So your brain's always moving, it's always changing. If you think about it, the way we're storing memories as well. How do we store memories? Well, we store them. They're quite vivid, they're like pictures, and it's not so much the detail of the memory, it's more the story around the memory. So if you think about it, your story memory is a picture, and then you store it with either an emotion or a story that goes around it, and it's that bit that changes, not really the detail, because we don't actually store all the absolute detail. Now, obviously today we make videos, we take photographs, that kind of thing, which helps us to remember. So just by seeing a picture, you'll come up, but you always think of it in terms of a story or an emotion, less so about the absolute detail. Now, one of the great ways to deal with this is journaling, right? And I know I talk about journaling a lot, and the reason why is because of an event, the only accurate recollection of whatever happened is in the moment, at the very time, because that is where you're in your current state of mind, your current mindset and everything, your current thoughts and how you're feeling. And if you record what happened in the moment, that's going to be a lot more accurate than sort of thinking back 10 years. So if you think about it, if you journal, you write down how you currently feel about that particular situation and what your goals are and everything like that, in the moment, it's very accurate. And what I like to do, one of the reasons why journaling is so good, because if you journal for say 12 months or longer, you can read it back and it will tell you a story of where you are. And one of the other good things about journaling is it's like a yardstick, like a measure. It's great feedback because you can see things like bad habits improve incrementally day by day. You can see it over 6 months, 12 months, whether you've, because part of journaling is you do some correction before you go to bed. So, you correct yourself what could have gone better, if you made a mistake that day or whatever, or if something like a particular business meeting didn't go as well as you thought, or your day didn't go as well as you thought, you didn't achieve what you wanted to achieve, you can reflect on that at night. And then you see those corrections over time, and it's great feedback to see progression and growth, or the opposite if you're slipping back. So how would you actually know that in detail? One of the only ways is to journal. And that's why I think it's really important, just to write it down. It also helps it to bake in your brain a bit more. But having that physical recollection, caught in the moment, every day incrementally like that, it's a good measure of where you're at in terms of growth, in terms of improvement, whether you're trying to improve at a particular scale, make more money, whatever you want to do. You can journal about your health, your money, your relationships, everything. Just remember, it's not so much about the facts of an event, it's the stories around them and the emotions which change over time, as you do through neuroplasticity. All right, so go and get journaling. we would enjoy some more of this view. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you all next time.